in and around the great city of Albany, New York. This is the Albany News Update Show, and I am your vivacious host, Jonathan Madden. And last time I checked, there was a Brian McKenzie sitting next to me. Brian? There you are! You're still there! How are you doing this fine evening?
The girls on the women on the View are vivacious. That's all right? Vivacious?
I decided to use that as my adjective for this show.
Vivacious.
Don't knock it.
Oh, okay. All right, sorry.
Let's get to it and have some fun with what's happened in the capital region these past few weeks, shall we, Brian?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. News 10 Albany reported on the list of locations you will not be allowed to carry a concealed gun in New York. And the list is extensive, yes, but it also includes checking a person's social media history for the past 3 years. And, based on what I've seen on social media, only Grandma Myers and the Amish are going to be allowed to get a gun. 3 years of social media history? That's a lot. Nothing?
I search in incognito, so.
Oh, there you go, incognito mode.
No search
No
history.
one will be able to find out what you're doing. Nobody. Not even the NSA.
No.
You're safe.
No.
You're
No.
safe. Moving on. Stewarts is closing another shop in Albany, citing, among other things, the inability to expand and employees were receiving death threats. I mean, sure, they could be a little faster at getting your ice cream, but you've got an unhealthy attachment to Adirondack Bear Claw if you want to kill them over not getting it quickly. Seems to be a little extreme, wouldn't you think? They're just doing their job.
It's another place, less coffee to step over on the way into a store.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay. A Times Union headline stated that, quote, driver accused of drawing hunting knife on colony investigator. We here at the Albany News Update Show have an exclusive picture of the event moments after it occurred. Get a drawing. There's a drawing, and then the hunting. Okay. All right. We'll move on.
Could it have been a butcher knife?
It could have been. And in Albany, at the Capitol Crossings apartment complex, there was a kerfluffle when a complaint about tenants using outdoor grills were confronted with a security guard wearing a bulletproof vest and multiple firearms, including an AR-15. Because, as the saying goes, the only way to stop a griller without a gun is a good guy with a gun. The only way to stop a bad guy, but it's a griller and they don't have a gun. So
that story reminds me of a story I heard this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
You ever get Maine Coon cats?
Maine Coon cats, no.
They're big cats. They're expensive cats.
Oh, I thought it was like a band or something.
Well, this one lady had 20 of them.
Okay.
And, she passed away. And the cats, they didn't find her for 2 weeks.
Oh, no.
And, the story gets bad. The cats had to eat.
Yes, I'm sure they...
And, the worst part of the story is the cats complained the meat was kind of dry.
The meat was dry. We're not going to get a lot. That was bad. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the show. Brian McKenzie here, rants about something that goes on in Albany, thank God. And I think it's about that time. So, Brian, take it away.
They say that New Jersey drivers are maybe the worst drivers on the road.
They say that.
After a week of commuting here in the Capital District, I'm not so sure about that. Newton sure didn't have vehicles on the Northway in mind when he came up with the law of inertia. But it sure as hell is put to the test out there on a daily basis, particularly during rush hour. People, the average weight of a vehicle these days is roughly 4,156 pounds. Yes, just a little over 2 tons, give or take a Yaris or an F-150. Jonathan, why are people complete idiots when they get behind the wheel?
How? I wish I had the answer.
Folks, I-87, 787, and the toll-free part of I-90 are not Albany's version of the Autobahn.
No, they're not.
Now, hey, I'm not a guy that drives the speed limit.
You're not? Oh, these virgin ears. Go on.
But I'm also not a guy that's not trying to break the speed of sound either.
Fair enough.
When you're driving 65 to 70 on the Northway, and cars and trucks are flying by you at breakneck speeds, passing you on the left, passing you on the right, and you're left seemingly standing still, something is wrong. From overhead, it must look like an animation of DNA strands replicating.
I don't know what DNA strands replicating look like.
Well,
but I'm envisioning looking down on traffic. So I'm imagining like they crisscross.
You're college educated, right?
What is your car in the
DNA strands replicating? You know the
I know,
spirals.
Do some strands just sit still?
If
like
you look at them from above, they're weaving.
Move on.
It's insanity, folks, in more ways than one. You need to have your head on a damn swivel. And what's with this passing on the right? I can't stand it when people do that. They weave in and out of the middle and right lanes, never to dare enter the left lane for fear of their cloaking mechanism being exposed.
Cloaking mechanism.
Yes. Thus supposedly never subjecting themselves to police speed gun surveillance.
That's how it works.
Whilst all this plus 25 mile per hour over the speed limit is raging, the only gendarme you'll see will be camped out in the U-turn, scanning the other side of the Northway that has wide open roads.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? I mean, seriously. Next, our old favorite, the Tailgater. Everybody knows about this guy. How logical this person is. They will get to their destination so much faster by reducing the following distance behind your car to a millisecond. A millisecond. A mere millisecond. Instead of safely staying 5 seconds back, reducing that 4.99 seconds distance so that there is no possible way they can stop in time, if they have to, just makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
It does.
A millisecond. It's even more comforting when they mix tailgating with distracted driving, like texting on their phone.
Oh, yes. Texting on their phone. Classic.
I've learned that brake checking these fools can be a tad dangerous. So now I just reduce my miles per hour to that of a bill passing through Congress.
Oh, good one. That's slow.
Yeah, I got to slip the politics in there. Oh, the tailgating does give one the opportunity to read lips, I will say.
Oh, what do they say, pray tell?
Well,
can't be repeated on a family show.
Pretty much the verbiage you use with your production team off camera. I noticed that when I'm in the luxury Yaris, the tailgaters think they're farther away due to the reduced size of my car. I always get tailgated in that thing. I wish I had a car like 007. Had that
they could shoot
missiles front and back.
Oh, yes.
You remember that?
I remember that.
I'm a little older, so.
I'm pretty sure the Northway would be just a hellscape of husked out, burnt vehicles if everybody had that.
That's my dream. Oh, what fun it would have been to blast this schmo off of Cherry Avenue the other day. Oh, I'm on Route 236 in Half Moon.
Okay.
No one ahead of me, no one behind me. I see a car up on the right.
Uh-oh.
Please do not pull out in front of me. Don't do it.
Uh-oh.
Don't do it, you old bastard.
Uh-oh.
Damn it. He did it.
He did it.
He eases out onto a 45 at about 25 and slowly eases his way up to 45 over the course of a mile or so.
Nice.
If this imbecile just waited for me to pass, then pulled out, both of us would have been unencumbered in our travels. But no, of course not. Aston Martin, fire when ready.
There you go.
Audience, Aston Martin.
Aston Martin.
James Bond.
James Bond. That's the car he drove.
Oh, I had to bring my dog to the vet the other day. She's got an infection in her mouth.
Oh.
She's 16. She's getting old.
Yeah.
She needed to get it looked at. I make the trek up to Ballston Spawn. I pull into the vet's parking lot. Nowhere to park. What else is new? The interesting thing is that there are no lines delineating the parking spaces.
Oh, just an empty lot.
And cars are just parked haphazardly.
Yes.
Some are parked as you would in a regular marked parking lot.
Yep.
Others in this full lot are 5 and 6 feet wide apart.
It's no good.
No good at all. So again, I have the luxury Yaris.
Ooh.
Molly and I don't need that much room. It's
Now,
smaller.
I'm assuming, is Molly the name of your dog, or did you have drugs in the car as well? Get it? Molly.
Don't hit the
Slang
laugh
for-
button.
It's slang. Come on.
I love
Molly. All right.
the production team. I love
So
it.
you have the luxury Yaris, maybe some drugs, definitely your dog.
You think one of these clowns would notice that I'm sitting there looking or for the spot that my micro car could fit into?
Uh-oh.
One of those spaces? Well, if you said no, you win the prize.
You were not going to fit.
No, siree. I had to back out onto Route 9 at 4 in the afternoon on a Friday
Ooh.
and park alongside the highway with cars whizzing by my door 3 feet away. And people wonder why I hate people. All right, last rant on motorists. This one aggravates me to no end. You're in the drive-thru at a fast food place. You're famished. You want a fillet of fish, a donut, a Whopper, whatever. The idiot in front of you orders. I assume he's an idiot.
Yes.
And then has the sheer audacity to pull up only enough so that you just can't get to the speaker to order.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh.
So close.
You look up, you observe there's plenty of space in front of this moron's vehicle.
Yes.
There's no reason for this indiscretion, none whatsoever. Pull up, you bungling fool. There is no reason to leave a space cushion in front of your car. Finally, the car ahead of him pulls up.
Is it always a him?
Yes, I don't want to offend any females.
Oh. Well, you had clown. I know she didn't say clown. Did you not want to offend clowns?
I don't like clowns. Always scared me.
All right. So the car ahead of this clown
Pulls up.
pulls up.
So there's a space.
Yes,
I'm going to get to the speaker.
you are.
But the person, this clown,
This clown.
complete moron, imbecile,
Oh, boy.
fool,
There it is.
is now on their phone,
Oh.
not paying attention, and they don't notice that the
Yes.
line has moved
Yes.
up. At this instance, a better man than myself
Mm.
would have engaged at full blast his car's horn.
Oh, that always helps.
However, the luxury Yaris has a laughable horn. Quite embarrassing, in fact. And this is not an option for me.
Oh. I am sorry. I am sorry.
Hey, shit, you gonna move or what? Wait, what do you mean you won't take my order? I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, I see. You thought that they were yelling at the. You probably have
Boy, you're sharp as a tack.
your order. You know what? It's been a long day. We got alarms going off here. It's getting crazy.
Folks,
Time's up for your BMac attack. That was the timer.
I think the country just aged another year.
I think we did.
Happy birthday, America.
Happy birthday, America. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the BMac attack. Hey, drive safe out there. You got crazy people going. I think there was somebody the other day.
Stay away from me.
I
I don't
think-
care if you drive safe. Just
Stay
stay out
away
of my
from
way.
all Yaris's. And I was driving. I could have sworn somebody was going at least 88 on the Northway. It was crazy.
Luxury cars.
I hope they got a ticket because that's way too fast. That's way too fast.
They were probably in the third lane because the other two lanes,
Third lane.
they don't care if you drive
Left.
90
Yeah.
over there.
They probably were in the third or far left lane.
They're always faced the other way. One car goes by. Oh, we're going to go out and pull him over. Meanwhile, it's chaos on the other
They
side.
don't always face the other way. They don't always face
The
the other
Autobahn.
way. All right.
Albany
moving
Grand
on.
Prix.
We got to finish the show. Moving on. The obvious headline of the week award goes to the Times Union, which hit us with this gem. Troy's skyline will never look the same after these demolitions. Yes, that's what happens after you demolish buildings, Times Union. Things don't look the same. Was that a little nitpicky? But, you know.
That may be a good thing.
It's kind of obvious, right? If you're gonna take out like this building right here,
Thank God
it won't look the same.
Thank God they tore down that. Remember that oil thing with the winking eyes on it?
The oil thing with the.
You drive down
winking
787 and they had that that. What do you call those things? It's not a silo, but it's a huge canister.
You're on your own in that one. You sure didn't have any Molly in the car.
People out there,
no
you know
Molly.
what I'm talking about. That winking piece of crap.
Yeah,
They tore it down a few years ago.
if you're with Molly, sure.
Mister, I want to do an Albany newscast here. Doesn't know what I'm
buildings
talking
that
about.
wink at you now. Remember that. All right, next story. An article in the Times Union described the reason for the numerous bear sightings this year in the capital region. It isn't due to anything causing the bears to flee the woods, however, but they're heading to where the food is. Reasons for bears wandering into more populated areas include compost piles, fruit trees, and unclean grills. Wait a minute. The security guy with the AR-15 makes more sense now. He's just protecting everyone from bears. Like how I weave those two stories together? You got the AR-15 and the bears, and now you've got the bulletproof vest protecting you from the bear's claws.
You know what this is?
Yes. No. Yes.
I'm grinning and bearing it.
Oh, my God. That is terrible. All right, on to more news. The Catholic Diocese of Albany is hoping to put in place a mediation plan to compensate the more than 400 victims of sexual abuse who have filed claims against the diocese. Otherwise, they'll be forced to declare bankruptcy, and we can't let that happen. Said no one ever. The current leader of the diocese, Bishop Edward Scharfenberger, I am not making that name up, said, among other things, quote, "I understand that my efforts are naturally difficult to trust." You think? Don't forget, this is the same outfit that had former Bishop Howard Hubbard admitting under oath that they systematically concealed incidents of child sexual abuse and did not alert law enforcement agencies when they discovered it, saying their actions were, in part, intended to avoid scandal and preserve, quote, respect for the priesthood. Yeah, that's hilarious. So I can see they avoided the scandal thing, that's for sure. Now, I am not a saint, and those without sin casting the first stone, I get it. But come on, people. Sounds like there's a chance to put a serious dent into this miserable excuse for a loving and caring group supposedly representing Christ. Am I wrong, Brian? Am I wrong?
You know what happened
What
last time we boldly took on the church?
What happened?
I got holy water thrown in my face when
Really?
I walked in the door,
Did you melt?
and I was told I was going to hell by my sister-in-law.
Really?
Yes.
Nice. You know what? I want a stat. I want the number of people that the Catholic Church has abused on one side, and I want the number of souls saved on the other side. What do you think? You have at least 400.
None of these guys got holy water or got told they were going to hell.
Yes.
I did.
You did. You've probably done some things, though. You've told me stories.
Where's the confession booth?
Just around the corner.
Can we move on to the next story, please?
Yeah, we can move on to the next story. And finally, WAMC reported that local legislatures in New York want gun retailers to display warning labels. Folks, if you need to read a warning label regarding the dangers of guns, you should not be buying a gun. Danger. Could kill people. Oh, I wasn't sure what this gun was supposed to do. It's a good thing.
Do the operating instructions count as that?
I don't think so.
Who reads those anyway?
No, forget it.
Forget that
You
question.
pull the trigger. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the Albany News Update Show. Check out the stories we've highlighted in the description. Please support the local news and you being updated. Bye.